This is Sparta!
So I recently released an update for my game, and it somehow had 4 times more
here we
players
go.
than release. How is that even possible? But every time I scroll through my comments, every single one of them is still asking me
Sounds
to
like
add
you
VR
got
support
lucky,
to my game. And I wasn't really planning on adding it until I saw this comment right here.
Looks like
that
you've
said
got
that
some
even the
demanding
most
fans.
unscary, terribly designed, and poorly made games can suddenly become masterpieces in VR. So I
Well,
decided
that's
that
one
it
way
might
to
not be
convince
such a
yourself to
bad
do
idea
something.
after all to add it to my game. Now the problem is that I've never made a VR game before, and unlike a normal game where the worst the bug can do is crash the game and make players restart, a VR game can give people something called motion sickness. Now,
Good
I'm
luck
not a
with that,
doctor,
buddy.
but I'm pretty sure that you can literally die from motion sickness, so I need to be extra careful with how I add
Well,
it to my
that's one
game.
way to
So
spice
the way
up
most
your
people
gaming
tell you to prevent
experience.
motion sickness is by letting the player teleport to nearby locations, but I
Yeah,
think it'd be
because
pretty
teleporting
weird to
is
see
the
your
weirdest
teammates
thing
just
in a video
teleporting
game.
around the map in multiplayer. So instead, I added an option to snap your rotation, which helps prevent motion sickness and as an added bonus, gives the game a little extra scare factor.
Nothing like a little bit of fear to
So
get
in
the
VR
adrenaline
mode,
pumping.
not only can you flex on everyone just by having a $5,000 GPU and $2,000 headset needed to even play the game in the first place, but you can also literally flex on people in-game because I added
Gotta love spending all that
hyper-realistic
money just to show off in a
physics-based arms
virtual
with
world.
advanced inverse kinematic technology and AI-powered hand tracking, which definitely helps increase the immersion and allows you to do a lot of things that normal players can't, like being able to bend over and use bug spray between your legs, tactically blocking the flashlight with your own hand, and probably the most overpowered one, being able to pet the hounds. So hopefully I won't have to nerf these if they cause too much of an advantage.
Looks like we've got some overpowered hounds and tactical bug spray.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Wow, what a descriptive sentence.
So after setting up all the interactables, menus, items, and other systems, I can confidently say that you cannot die from motion sickness, because if you could, then I'd probably be in the
Well,
emergency room right
that's
now.
a relief. Wouldn't want to be responsible for making
Now, I'd
people
recommend setting the
sick.
game to
Well,
either medium
that
or low
escalated
graphics unless
quickly.
you have a $10,000 PC, and it's meant to be played in a clear area with enough space around you, preferably alone in a dark basement without any human interaction for years on end for the best immersion. And make sure your wrist straps stay on at all times and you aren't trying to play it using a 10-year-old Chromebook, or you probably won't have a very fun time.
So
Now, I know
basically,
most of you
don't
guys
bother
probably
playing
don't
at
have a
all.
VR headset, so I can't just leave it at that and call it the new game of the year, so I'm gonna have to add some more levels and entities. So the first new level I'm gonna add is level 7, also known as Thalassophobia,
Great, just
which
what
means
we
the
needed
fear
more
of the
reasons to
ocean.
be afraid
Now,
of
I
the
know what
ocean.
you're probably thinking. What kind of a person is afraid of the ocean? But I'm not talking about that kind of ocean.
Well,
I'm
that
talking
clears
about
things up.
this kind of ocean. So level 7 is a class 4 unsafe level and resembles an impossibly large ocean that seems to infinitely stretch in all directions.
Sounds
Despite
like
the
my
absence
ex's
of
ego.
a fixed light source, a dim natural light is present across the entire level. Detailed exploration of the ocean is sparse due to the extreme danger, and the level only contains one room known as the entrance room, which is fully furnished and can be used as a home base for those who dare to explore the ocean.
How's
So
we
I
have
started
not...
off by throwing in this ocean and then slowly modeled out the entrance room that you spawn in and added a few boats
Just
that
a
you can use
casual
to
day at
explore the
work
map.
then.
Now it'd be pretty boring if you were just rowing around in a boat for hours on end, so I'm gonna add the entity in this level known as the Thing in level 7, which is a huge fish-like entity that lurks in the deep ocean and is very aggressive and very rare to appear. It can swallow an entire human being whole and is more likely to attack the longer you spend in the ocean. So I got this model and made it slowly stalk you, and if it chases you for long enough, then it'll start swimming towards you, so make sure you're constantly going from house to house, and don't spend too much time in the ocean. Now the way you escape this level is by finding an entrance to a cave, and I hate to break it to you, but you aren't going to find one on the surface. You'll need to find scuba diving gear laying around the map
Well,
and
that's
dive
just
all
great.
the way to the bottom of the ocean to find the cave. And be sure to stay still if you see any dangers so it can't see your movement or you'll be fish food.
Oh, just casually risking our lives for a cave.
So
No
before I
big
add the
deal.
next level, which might be the scariest one so far, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe or a hound will no
Wow,
clip into the room.
shameless donation at 15 and getting impressive.
And we just hit 500,000 subs, which is insane. So I thought I'd thank you guys with something special. So I'm gonna do a face reveal. So here it is. This is what the guy in the hazmat suit's face looks like. His name is
Well,
Rupert.
that's
and he's a
unexpected. Not sure what
67-year-old
we were
man from
expecting,
Ohio.
but
So
definitely
next
not
time
that.
you're laughing at the animations with your friends,
Wait,
just
hold
remember
up,
that
did
there's
he
an
just say
actual
laughing
human
at the
being under that
animations?
suit with
Great,
arthritis
now I
and
feel
chronic back
guilty
pain.
for being scared.
So the next level I'm gonna add is
Wait. Before you do that, have you ever considered that maybe you should return to what the Backrooms are truly meant to be? Empty, liminal spaces. Now that's the real thing that makes them scary. You don't need all of these levels and monsters. It's just you.
Finally, someone who gets it.
So the next level I'm going to add is level 8, which is made up of huge caverns and small cave systems that twist and turn like normal underground systems. Many dangerous entities reside in the level, such as smilers, skin stealers, wretches, male and female death moths, and hounds. So I blocked out this cave system and
Sounds
replaced
like
the
a fun
cubes
place
with
to bring
different
a
cave
date.
pieces and added some details and adjusted the lighting to give it an eerie atmosphere, and then
I'm
went
an
throughout the
interior
level and spammed
decorator
a bunch
here.
of entities that'll
Looks
randomly
like a
spawn
party,
in
but
various
where are the
locations,
balloons?
so you can't memorize the way to go. And speaking of the skin stealers in this level, so many people have
A
been asking
gradual
me to
problem
buff
of
them since it's
overpowered skin
apparently too
stealers.
easy to tell who they are. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if a 2000 IQ chat GPT powered
Sounds like my
AI was
ex-wife.
trying to convince me they're a real player, I would just rage quit if they turn into a skin stealer. But in level 8, you're not going to have that problem because unlike
Famous
other
last
levels where you
words.
can see them chasing you from across the map, these guys will be slowly lurking around
Like
the
my
caves
ex-wife
with
at a buffet.
flashlights. And to make it even harder, sometimes the paths will close behind your teammates and split you up. So be extremely careful and tell everyone to pull their card out immediately if you see someone.
Sounds like a horror movie,
So those
not
are
a
all the
game.
new levels and entities I'm going to add in this video, and VR support is already in the game if you want to check it out. And this isn't meant to be a VR game, and I'm definitely not a VR developer, so it's probably going to have a lot of bugs, but don't freak out since I'll be right here to fix them up. Also,
So,
super
it's a
important
Ver game
note, the
that's not
game
a
is
Ver
called
game,
Escape
interesting.
the Backrooms, so make sure you double check the name before you accidentally buy the wrong game and then bully me in the comment section.
I'll
Now,
make
the
sure
new
to
levels and
triple
entities
check
aren't in the
That's it,
game
I was
yet,
just
since
getting
I don't
into
want to
it.
just throw them in random places throughout the game without connecting them to more levels, and I want to have more of a non-linear map layout, and just adding a couple levels at a time isn't really going to help achieve that. So I'm going to wait until part 3 to add them, along with even more new levels and entities and some brand new features. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you won't miss my next video where I add
The
them.
suspense is killing me.
Gotta love that outro music.